Hey, how's it going? Are you a real estate investor, wholesaler? Can't get deals, having a hard time getting deals? You got everybody out here telling you, hey, buy my PPC leads. 1 in 10 is going to close a deal. What kind of profit, though? PPC, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of PPC, but I'm an organic guy. And so that's how I go out and build my content. If you are a real estate investor, wholesaler, any of the above, um, people are tired of being called. And you'll notice that, the market's probably thinned out a little bit, but a lot of people have lost their jobs. There's, federal workers lost their jobs. A lot of people are scrambling on how to make money. And a lot of people are having a difficult time, even finding their own house to buy or, things like that. So some of the things I want to cover in this video are, um, you know, how you can start getting deals consistently, how, how you can go out and find deals. And then, there's certain places you got to stay away from, a couple of states, about 3 states. But more states have implemented different things. But when it all comes down to it, if you've got a great deal, you can get rid of it. You'll find somebody that'll want to buy it. Recently, we did a deal out in Arizona. Got it under contract at 300. Had a 400 value, and when I say 400 value, it didn't really need any work. We sold it for 350. Had to do a double close. That was expensive, but worth it. Um, Arizona has some strict laws, so you have to adhere to their laws. So I see all these people scrambling. I even see people getting out of this. But if you've done some deals and maybe things got slow for you, it did for everyone. I mean, this is not 2018. But that just means that really you've got to step it up and you got to play your marketing game a lot harder. Um, so it was just a few years ago, not quite 10 years ago, that I was working with a marketing agency that I'd been with for 20 years. And he shut down, and I didn't know what to do. I actually stumbled into kind of real estate. I'd always rented. Now the place I'm at right now is paid for. Paid for it. Finished paying it off in March of this year. Um, so you just have to learn what you have to do. But the big thing is being able to find the deals. And people's like, well, how do you get these deals? Like one deal I got in Arizona, in fact, virtually. Um, we got it under contract. I got it under contract for 48. We sold it within 24 hours to another investor for 100. Double closed that one too. The one that I got for 300 here recently in June, we closed on it at, I sold it for 350 because there's some new ways you can do things. If you really know what you're doing, you can actually be taking on these property owners who have some really nice homes, but if they're willing to cut you a deal and take a lower price, I can show you how to do all the paperwork and comply. We don't even have to get a realtor involved. I have realtors that call me wanting to show it to clients. Well, if your client wants to pay the buyer fee for the realtor, I'm fine with that, but I'm not going to pay it. I might offer to pay half of it. Depends on the deal, how much meat's on the bone. This one went to a conventional buyer because a lot of things have changed. You can list on Zillow as a FSBO, and it's going to show up with all the other searches. So you don't have to go up to that little box and select it now. It's going to automatically show that, and that's because of a bunch of lawsuit stuff. But essentially, Leardis Brockington. He's my partner out in Nashville, Tennessee. Leardis has been closing the deals out there. The phone has been ringing daily. Deals are coming in. And, I utilized the skills that I had doing the marketing agency stuff for, the last, 30 years, man. So all these skills that I did in helping other businesses get on top, I've been able to help myself. So there's a variety of ways that we go out and establish business. Uh, my partner, I also have a partner in Wichita, Kansas, Alex. Um, Alex Prancy. He's been a partner with me for a couple of years. Lee Artis has been a partner with me for I think over a year now. Uh, yeah, it's been plenty over a year. In fact, Lee Artis and I kind of did a deal together on a flip. Took more than what we thought, but we did a flip. So it's up on the market right now. It just took us a lot longer. We got burned by contractors. It was a learning lesson. I don't want to do it again. I make more money doing things virtually. So if what I'm looking for right now, if you're in a nice market, that's you know we can do some good wholesaling, flipping in. Um, Reach out to me. I'm not cheap. I have a fee that I expect for you to put up front, and I have a lot of expenses when I go to set up and dominate a market. So, but it's worth it. Ask the artist, ask Alex. So I get the deals coming in. I do it a variety of ways. It's not just online sometimes. So um, there's different ways that I go out here and dominate a market and get my name out there for what we do. And if you want to jump on board with me and go out and dominate a market, reach out, give me a call. Um, my phone number is 877-817-4968. You can reach out to me, give me a shout anytime, and we'll discuss going into your market. So if you already know how to do deals, that's great. And that's really a lot of what I'm looking for is people that have already done the deals or can do the deals in a market, um, and can go out there and be in that. I prefer you be able to be in that market and be able to, show houses and get all that stuff done. Of course, if you're not in that market, you can still do it virtually, but you might want to do like have home inspectors go out there or uh, things like that to check out the property. But then you got an issue about showing it. So I recommend that, I'm looking really for people who are in the market they want to dominate. Do you want to go up against the big boys, all the big boys? That's fine. That's what I do. I beat their butts online. That's what I do. And in the market. If it's in a market where people are searching for we buy houses, stuff like that, they're going to find me. They're going to call me. And I'm going to get the lead. So what I can do is I have a call rail number that I can forward over to you. I get notified. I'm going to be able to hear the recordings. Everything's going into a CRM, so I can track all the leads that are coming in, and I'm going to follow up and find out what happened. I'll probably follow up with the seller. So I can set it up where I take the call and validate it and qualify it, or I can make it where it goes straight to you. Same thing as if they fill out forms online at any of the websites that I've set up. I also focus on trying to get in there and jump in front of the AI search engines as well, like ChatGPT and Gemini, because, there's ways to write your content so that it starts finding you as a go to source for what we're doing. So, a lot of what I do is very expert level. That's why we are dominating every city that we are in. And two of the major cities, Nashville, Wichita. I'm also in Lawton, and Altus. I'm in Arizona. Any market I've gone after, I dominate. So if you're in a market, like I say, that can get some deals, give me a shout. Let's work together. Man, I've been listening to all these influencers out here, huffing and puffing. They don't have what I have. I've got nearly 30 years of search engine optimization skills on a professional level as the top guy in an agency that stays up on everything. That's why we stay up on Google and Bing and ChatGPT. I've been noticing the content that I've been developing is being recommended by ChatGPT, so I think I've started figuring that part out real well too. So it's really simple. If you come on board with me and be a partner with me, we can go into whatever market you want that the wholesaling, or if you're wanting to buy houses, we can do that too. We can work out a nice fee that you're going to give me on each property that you buy. That could be a percentage or whatever. If you're wanting to wholesale, there's a percentage of the wholesaling fee that I'm going to get. So there is a setup fee for me to get this established. I guarantee you I'm going to have that phone ringing within 30 days, probably within 2 weeks, maybe even sooner. So if you've got some people that are looking to sell their house in your market and you just need to get in front of them, and we ain't talking about these people that have, ad blindness. Some people that are clicking on the ads, they're probably already called 10 investors. When they call me, let's make a deal. I'm not here to meet 10 other investors at the property, nor as my partner. So we have a better chance. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but chances are I get the best leads. Always have. All my deals have made money. Every single one of them. All my partners make money. So I've been doing this, not like I'm new at this. Okay, I've been doing this for like 8 years. Took on partners a couple years ago. First year, things were a little slow because of the market, but now we're seeing a lot of movement out here, a lot of leads coming in. Leardis is crushing it out in Nashville. So I've been seeing where we're getting calls and emails and so forth on a daily basis. We can do that in many markets. Atlanta looks like it could be a really good market as well. I don't do Florida, I don't do Oklahoma, and I don't do Illinois. Unless you are a real estate investor who is wanting to snap up houses to make rentals of your own portfolio. There I can help you. I can help you in Oklahoma. I can help you in Florida. So as long as you're going to be buying it and holding it, I can do that. I can help you obtain those properties, get people to call you and make you deals so you can find some great deals. So if this is something that interests you, yes, we can do that. While I'm doing this video, we'll touch bases on a couple other things. Um, you know, we're seeing a lot of changes out here in the way people are doing business and how they're finding us. When people find me, they're really sick of people that's called them. They don't know them. They don't trust them. With me, we build a nice rapport so they feel comfortable in doing business with our company. We're really good at that. So, and then, you need to be able to be out there if you're going to wholesale the property so you can show it to investors. If it needs to be cleaned up, you need to clean it up, you need to get it ready. There's all these things that go into it. If you run into questions, things like that, of course I can mentor you. I have a lot of deals under me. So let's get together and do some business. My references are impeccable. What I do for the real estate, I also do for some other industries. So maybe you've got a business out there that getting smoked by the competition in your local market. Well, they call me the hitman as far as internet hits. Yeah, right. So anyway, I don't know if they'd call me that or not. I call me that because I whooped the shit out of my competition. But hey, I've been doing this a long time and I've been highly successful at what I do. It's not just, tenure, it's also, proofs in the pudding. So, if you want to jump on board with me, maybe you have a business that you want to promote, something like that, a local business. Depending on what it is, maybe I can help you. We do have a service out there, businessprofilmasters.com, where we help like realtors and construction companies, equipment rental, gyms, like, fitness centers, um, all kinds of different businesses. We took a realtor, Haley Cole, in Altus, Oklahoma, which is Jackson County. There's an Air Force Base there. Uh, Haley Cole, when I took on her account a couple of years ago, almost 2 years ago, she had three one-star ratings. Ooh, and that was not helping her. So she wasn't doing well at all with the real estate business. Um, but I come on board and I took over her marketing, and I don't do social media marketing for clients. I jump out here and go where it matters the most. That's when people are looking the most, and that's on Google and Bing. So she is now ranked number one in the whole county, and is the top salesperson for 2025. And she did a little testimonial video for me that's over on businessprofilmasters.com. You can check out. So if you're a realtor or you know a realtor, you have a business that you need to jump on top of your competition in your town, give me a shout. We'll see if we can help you. All right. So if you have anything that you have questions for, feel free to reach out to me and let's chat. So look forward to hearing from you. Let's partner.